What's up, good folks? Welcome to the channel. This is kind of an impromptu video. Now, I know, don't be yelling at me. I know it's been months upon months, almost kind of a year before I put video out. However, I am working on it. Trust me, got a lot of stuff cooking, but this one is an impromptu. I'm gonna try not to do no fancy edits. I just want to give you some information as I'm receiving information. So in front of you here, this is, if you can see, that is a Glock 19X. All right. Glock 19X. I got a full review of this gun coming out. It's got close to 7,000 rounds, and I got a lot to say about the equipment that's on it, et cetera, et cetera. Inside of this firearm is a Glock performance trigger, okay? That's inside of it. Let's get it up there. Hopefully you guys can see it. That is a Glock performance trigger. So let me tell you a story. I had this gun with me in Florida. I was down there with the boys at Tactical Life. I was running some training that weekend, and I was like, you know what? This gun has been through the ringer. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a deep clean. I got a full review about all that coming out. However, I was sitting there looking, and I'm like, you know what? I need some undercuts on this. I was gonna get this gun stippled. Right now I got some handler grips on there, and I'm like, I wanna kinda get this gun stippled, but right now I need an undercut, right? And they're like, dude, you know, Boresight Solutions is right behind us. So let's walk over there. I'm like, okay. So we go over, and shout out to the boys over at Boresight Solutions, got me together. So they did this beautiful, beautiful undercut for me. Don't know if the camera's doing it any justice, but I really appreciate them. Did it at a very reasonable price too. Very reasonable price, especially last minute. Got me the frame of the gun back, and I'm like, great. Let's go ahead and put it all together, except for one problem. Now, this next part, I don't think I can show you because of all the, YouTube stipulations and rules and et cetera. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring this iPhone over here. All right, now we are on the iPhone. And as you can see, this is the frame, right? I've taken the lock and block out, slide stop, got the pins out. Now I'm gonna take this trigger out. So if you've got a Glock performance trigger, if you don't, because it'll come in a packet with this little rubber band, right? Come in a pack with this little rubber band. Here's the stock trigger, a little bit different, a little bit less to worry about, but whatever. This one, which is a good upgrade, it looks good until you get to playing around with it like, oh yeah, check this out. And you get to moving it around and bam, comes apart. And I am sitting here when I got my gun in pieces because I had it worked on, I am like, what? Okay, this is easy, snap it in, doesn't work. If you can see inside of there, you see this spring, let me get it up for you as a matter of fact. See that guy? Six up. So I'm sitting here looking at this damn part like Kathy Hochul believes that black people look at computers.
Young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word computer is. They don't know. They don't know these things. And I want the world to open up to all of them, because when you have their diverse voices innovating solutions through technology, then you're really addressing society's broader challenge.
Trying to figure out how the hell to get this to work. Now, do you see, look inside that hole there. Do you see like a claw, if you will? You see that at the very, very tip, right up there, all right? Like a little claw. So if you're trying to get that in, now, I got to tell you, I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the video, and I'm gonna have to look over here on my phone for a second. Looking at Gypsy Man's video, I noticed that there's a comment from Solidus Lightning 777. So I'm going to give him all the props of really breaking down exactly what to do. He wrote this out, and it was a perfect explanation. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. You're going to, if it comes apart, man, you're going to be trying to wiggle and finagle and get this thing all in. You don't need to do that. Here's what you need to do. Very simple, and I'll let you go. Take your large takedown pin. This is the one that goes through the locking block. Take it. Raise this guy up. All you do is pull here in the back. It comes right up. No tools required. And that hole there, okay, right there in the hole, you're going to let this come down slowly, and you're basically going to put the little teeth that are at the front, the little claws, not teeth, the little black plastic claw, you're going to let that rest on top of this pin. So you're going to push the pin in, and you want to push the claw down slowly until it's basically over the pin, okay? And put a little pressure. Now, it'll look, I'm going to leave it out a little bit. It'll look something like that. I know that's hard to see, but that's what it looks like. Now, push it. You're going to be pushing this out with the actual trigger bar assembly. You're going to be pushing this out with the trigger bar. So sit it in there like that. Now, hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, with a little downward pressure. Then all you're going to do is press down on it, and you're going to take this part here, this little shorter nub, because this is going to go over top, right? So your shorter nub here, it's going to go in. You're going to place it over top, and then you're going to actually push out with the nub while at the same time replacing, and it's hard to see, easy to do, hard to see, but you're going to push the takedown pin out. Bam. Okay, so once you push the takedown pin out, that claw will automatically go back around a part of the trigger bar, and you're good to go. So this guy is now back together. Okay, everything will work fine. You didn't break it. You just don't want to let it come apart. So remember that with your cleaning. I mean, you could fix it. Now, here's what I discovered in my search. Now, nothing against the Glock store. I think they're a great establishment. You know, I need to go visit the place myself. Now, they sell, I don't know if it's 3D printed or foam or whatever, but they have a component, I'll throw up on the screen here, that they sell for $7.99. That's supposed to assist you with the issue we just covered. And it was $7.99 and then $10 to ship it. So I'm like, that's 20 bucks. Like, I'm not doing that. Right. So I'm glad that I found the comment that I found that we referenced under Gypsy's Man's video. And once again, that gentleman's name is Solidus Lightning 777. So really appreciate him for breaking down. This was very simple, very ingenious, just using your takedown pin. Done. Put your Glock back together and enjoy freedom and shooting and all the things. So that's it. Now look, man, I know this was long, but I wanted to kind of give you everything that I found. There's only a couple of videos out there. So you didn't break your trigger. You're good to go. You don't need to buy a tool. Even Gypsy Man video, he had a tool from Harbor Freight, had a hook at the end of it. He was like, put it down, pull back with this hook, and you'll be done in 20 seconds. You don't need any tools. So I'm glad that we can share information. This is why I like the internet. If we can share information with each other, just make sure you give each other credit. Now, make sure you subscribe, like, share the content, etc., etc., etc. I got a lot of content coming out for you guys. I know I've been starving you out, but trust me, this summer is going to be lit. We're going to have all the things. That being said, be easy. Have a great one. I'll talk to you soon. I'm out.